want to sound like ageist at all, but these people in the government, they're very old.
Yeah.
Right? They don't know how technology works. They don't know how technology works.
I make that point all the time.
And then
it's like
they're regulating AI.
You ever see your grandma or your grandpa finagling with a TV remote? You know what I mean? It's like, dude, they're the same age as Trump.
Yeah, I plug an HDMI cord and I'm a magician.
Right. You know, and those are the same ages as people who have been sitting in Congress for most of our lives. And that's crazy to me. I think we should have an age cap, but that's a whole different conversation.
Yeah.
But
like, I don't think inherently, like, if you're old, therefore you don't understand this technology, but it's just a correlation thing where it's
like, look at majority. All of our Congress is old.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where it makes somebody like Justin Trudeau look like a youngin'. And he's not even that young, dude. He's like 40 or something. Not to say he's a good president. I'm not saying that at all. But, like, it just looks... It's like the extreme, you know what I mean? Everybody here is old. People talk about Biden being ancient, and it's like, dude, Trump's like 3 years younger. You know what I mean? Like, it's the same thing.
Yeah. And that's the thing, too. It's like, people age differently.
Right,
like,
for sure.
You look at Joe Biden.
And you might have you cognitively more progressive or regressive, you know, and that's true, but like
Bernie Sanders. I think Bernie Sanders is super sharp.
Right, but even Bernie Sanders, like, dude's ancient. Bernie Sanders is probably a bad example because he's probably more in touch than a lot of the others.
I think he's very sharp.
Right. He's more in touch than a lot of the others, but it's like any of these like 70, 80-year-olds, like they're all out of touch with like current like trends or modern day movements. You know what I mean? Like that's who's running the country.
You ever seen like a cake or not, that trend?
Yeah.
We got to do AI or not, and if you don't pass AI or not, you cannot.
You're not
hold
allowed to
public
be.
office.
Right.
You can't
That's
hold
so
public
smart.
office.
I like that. I think we should because like, dude, seeing my grandma get duped by AI. Those are people running the country the same age. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. I had my grandma show me a video of this like African child chiseling in stone like a fish or something like that, and she was showing me, she's like, "Wow, this is so amazing." And I was looking at it, I was like, "Grandma, that's AI."
Right?
Like you can't tell it's AI. Like
they can't.
When have you seen a 4-year-old kid be able to hold a chisel?
Like they used to worry. They used to tell us that like playing video games and being on your phone will rot your brain. And like boomers spend more time on their phones than any of us. You know what I mean? Get duped by AI of a kid chiseling, you know what I mean? Like I remember my grandma was like, she showed me this video of a cat like doing a hula, and she's like, "Oh my god, I can't believe they taught the cat how to do that." And I was like, "Grandma, come on," like, you know what I mean? Like, but like we can tell because we grew up with it and we saw the evolution of it, so you can kind of tell, and like we have more of an eye for it. Boomers are lost, dude. They have no idea.
Have you seen Sora 2?
Yeah, crazy,
insane.
Like even with Sora 2, that's getting real close. But even that we can kind of tell. You know what I mean? Some
I can show you some
videos. Something's harder than others. Like I remember you showed me like the Logan Paul one, and it looked 1-to-1. But that's also because Logan Paul is an internet personality, and there's millions of sources to pull from. You know what I mean? Like it becomes more obvious that it's AI when it's like you or me, or you know what I mean? There's not enough information, but it's terrifying. You know what I mean? But like at least currently, we can still tell. Currently, because who knows, dude? 5 years from now, we might not be able to tell at all.
100%.
You know?
And it's like we get into a world where we don't know how things can lead, right? Like we see like tests all over the place, right? Something like COVID, where it was, even if you 100% believe everything the government was saying during COVID.
Even Palantir pushed COVID.
The Palantir was used by Biden to see who was vaccinated or not.
Yeah, crazy.
You know, that's another thing. But in terms of COVID, right? We were able to get a large portion of the population to stay indoors for a long time, and we were able to socially condition people to literally hate people for not taking the COVID vaccine or not wearing a mask. And it was this very tense place where if you didn't agree 100% with what the government was saying, you were seen as a murderer. Like you're killing
that's
grandma.
Part of the problem, because like I am not anti-vax. I am anti-COVID vax though, because I feel like that was kind of pushed out without fully being tested.
Biden tried to do an OSHA mandate where you were forced to take the vaccine.
But you were forced. Dude, I used to work at the health department, and I remember I walked in, and they're like, you could either take the vaccine or you're going to get fired, essentially. And that's why the firefighters were protesting, you know what I mean? Because, like, they mandated it. And that's where I was like, because, like, I am not anti-vax at all. Vaccines are good. Like, you know what I mean? It's backed by science. It's been treated and tested, and, like, but the COVID vaccine, it's like two things can be true at once. You know what I mean? Like vaccines could both be good, and some can also be used for more nefarious reasons. You know what I mean? And like now you get into the whole conspiracy of like they're implanting trackers and this and that. I don't know if I fully believe that. Look,
there's a magnet sticking to my
right. I don't know if I fully believe that, but like I just don't full on take the COVID vaccine at face value either. You know what I mean? Like, dude, I got the vaccine because I was forced. I got it twice, and I never felt any like these white women who are like throwing fits on TikTok after getting the vaccine. That's all performative. You know what I mean? Like, But still, I still think like it probably wasn't the safest thing we've done, and like to mandate it for people after only like a couple of months of clinical trials is crazy.
And
crazy.
The thing though is this: it's like
and they push
you
this
were
fear mongering.
But that's the whole thing. It's like on media, like for example, someone like Chris Cuomo, right? He was out here, you know, shilling for the vaccine, crazy. If you didn't take the vaccine, you were evil. And it's not like you're critical or you're dumb. It's like, yo, you're evil. You want to kill grandma if you don't do it.
So stupid.
But that's the conditioning. So we're conditioned to believe that.
For sure.
But then they're able to force people to stay in their houses. And now you add AI to that. It's like right now we have, not that we're going to get there, but we have every single ingredient needed to have a totalitarian,
perfect storm.
Like totalitarian, as comical as possible. Like 1984, George Orwell.
Right.
Like Hunger
Super
Games,
obvious,
Games level where there's like cameras in the trees and like, oh, you can't speak
Watch
to
out
the
for
birds.
the squirrels, dude.
You can't.
And the pigeons.
The pigeons. You know
what I mean?
We never know. Like we don't know how this thing is going to turn out. And I think we have all the ingredients needed to have a totalitarian government.
For sure.
It's up to the American people.
I feel like low key,
to make
like,
sure we don't do that.
This is just me speculating, but like I feel low key like that pandemic was low key used to start like pushing us in that direction. You know what I mean? Because like a lot of people still to this day don't realize like a lot of problems stem from COVID. You know what I mean? A lot of these like far right or far left ideologies was people being stuck in their houses. This is where QAnon blew up. You know what I mean? And people fell down the rabbit holes. It's because they were stuck in their houses all day. And like people don't think of like for me, like from my own personal experience, the pandemic was chill. I was a essential worker. You know what I mean? So like I got to go out and about or whatever. So maybe I didn't feel it as hard as some people who were like full on quarantined. You know what I mean? And like never left.
I was in high school during COVID.
But that was my second point. Is like nobody thinks about like the mental effects this has on people, whether you're an adult, but even more so for kids who went through lockdown. You know what I mean?
Dude,
you
these COVID babies are cooked.
Right.
I don't know if you've ever seen these COVID babies.
Yeah,
like,
dude.
They're scared of social interaction. Like, they're fully stuck on their phone. Like, I think this whole brain rot movement, even though every generation has brain rot.
Right.
But right now we have like
pushed through.
Yeah.
Everybody was bored on their phones. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, man. Like, I feel like that was maybe not the root, but one of the roots that most people like fail to like really acknowledge, you know? 100%. And it even adds into the whole Palantir thing. Like, we didn't really get to talk about it a little bit, but like just to touch up before we end, like Palantir, like wasn't it during that era where everybody started getting Ring cameras, you know? And like now everybody has a Ring camera. You're always being vigilant. We talked a little bit about before, but Luigi Mangione, there's this conspiracy that he got caught through maybe not Palantir, but like through surveillance, and not this whole story of like, what was it, like the McDonald's employee or whatever that called, to like, the theory is that they tracked him through regular Ring cameras and like cameras on the road, and also cameras within the stores, cameras on the self-checkout stuff. This isn't confirmed, but I wouldn't be surprised. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't be surprised if somebody like Oracle or whatever has access to all those files, you know, and they can assist the CIA or whoever whenever they ask to look up people and track people.
Yeah, I mean, there's always been the question, right? When you're in a conspiracy circle, right, and you're just talking about like, what if this, like, oh, the you know, whatever you're talking about, right? And you're talking about government surveillance. There's always that one, you know, pipsqueak who's like, well, you know, who's going to sit there and sift through all this data?
Right.
And
they had people paid for that.
They had people to pay for it. But not even that. It's like we have so much data. Oh, you think the government's looking at your phone and listening to everything you're saying? It's like,
people think
who are they going to pay
keywords.
for? But it's like now, it's not even keywords, bro. Now they literally have a personal CIA agent that can be sitting on your phone.
Even worse, now they have AI do it.
No, that's what I'm saying, though. It's AI is that personal agent. It's like you can have AI. You can have 10 million AIs like all over every single app of your phone.
A person will get bored. AI won't. AI will sift through all of it.
And AI is going to be able to be like,
and
oh, well, he said this.
Things,
He said this 10 days ago that connects with this. Where a person's going to be like, oh, I kind of forgot about what he said. Or like the context wasn't there.
Foggier. Right. But now AI, dude.
And they're already listening to you. When you're talking about dog food and then you get a dog food ad.
Right.
That's not
coincidence. No way, dude. No way.
And they had this for years. You know? So I think every phone is tapped. Every phone has keyword activation. So I tell people,
like, if you're going to talk about things that, like, whether it's here or, like, abroad, or that you shouldn't be like publicly divulging, WhatsApp, dude. You got to go through something encrypted. You know what I mean? Or Telegram.
WhatsApp not even encrypted anymore.
Oh yeah, that's true. So I guess Telegram is the only one left, really.
And they were trying to put the guy in jail.
Right.
He's in France right. I think he's still in. I don't know if he's still in France right now, but I'm pretty sure he's in a prison cell, or not in a prison cell. He's house arrest in France for him not allowing I think it was like, I don't know if it was the French government or a government to not like, have like the
access
access to it.
Right.
And it's a thing where it's like privacy is gone. Privacy is a fake word. It's not true.
That's
Privacy
that's a delusion we all live in.
You want privacy? Go to the woods.
Right.
With a bunch of trees covering because they have
even then there's pigeons.
Yeah, true.
You know, and squirrels.
They have pigeons and squirrels.
You know,
yeah.
there's CIA bots or CIA.
The
I'm
mosquito,
sorry, Beijing bots.
Beijing mosquito comes in and listens to you.
But like, dude, it's crazy. Like you said it perfectly. Like the world in which we have privacy has long been gone. It's been eroded since at least 2001. You know what I mean? Because I think that's what like maybe not kickstarted it, but like started more snowballing after.
No, it 100%
you know
kickstarted
like,
it. That's why, like, where the NSA failed, Peter Thiel grabbed the baton and went for it.
And ran with it, right?
Ran with it. Why?
Right,
because he's a private company. When the CIA is able to use InQtel to fund a private company in order for them to do surveillance, they're circumventing the Fourth Amendment.
Right, exactly.
That's what they're doing.
Yeah.
Because the CIA goes in, they want to tap on you, even though technically with the FBI because you're an American citizen, but you know, just for the sake of the conversation.
Yeah, CIA more so posts like psyop tweets now to keep people fighting.
Yeah.
That's more so their bag now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I would agree. It's FBI that goes and sifts through your things.
But it's like it's just at the end of the day, it's like I think we're repeating ourselves a lot.
We are, but it's
just
terrifying,
true,
dude. It's
'cause it's
terrifying,
just scary, yeah.
right?